What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to go over the evolution of Triple H. Without further ado, let's get straight on the video with his first ever gimmick, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, from April of 1995 through June of 1997. When Paul Levesque first joined the WWE roster, he was given a Connecticut Blue Blood gimmick under the name of Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He made his debut on the April 30th, 1995 episode of Wrestling Challenge, and he made his pay-per-view debut at SummerSlam that same year against Bob Holly. Triple H under this character was not a complete jobber, but he was nowhere near as dominant as he was later in his years of his career. A perfect example of this was when he was squashed by the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7. During this time under this gimmick, the infamous MSG incident happened when the Clique broke kayfabe and said goodbye to Hall and Nash, who were jumping ship to WCW. After the incident, Helmsley lost the King of the Ring tournament, which he was originally supposed to win as a punishment for the events at MSG. Hunter Hearst Helmsley would later defeat Mark Merrow for the Intercontinental Championship in October of 1996. He would hold that title for 4 months until he dropped it to The Rock in February 1997 on Thursday Raw Thursday. His final feud under this gimmick was with Goldust, which culminated at WrestleMania 13, where Hunter Hearst Helmsley was victorious. The next gimmick was D-Generation X from June 1997 through March of 1999. In 1997, Helmsley won the King of the Ring tournament when he defeated Mankind in the finals. In that same year, Helmsley formed D-Generation X with Shawn Michaels, Chyna, and Rick Rude. During their time as DX, Hunter Hearst Helmsley changed his name to Triple H, and the Connecticut Blue Blood gimmick was dropped. After Shawn Michaels retired from WWE at WrestleMania 14, Triple H took over leadership of DX and announced that he joined forces with X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws. During 1998, DX became more popular with the fans when they turned face. Triple H would win the European and Intercontinental Championships. A notable feud that he had during this time with DX was his feud with The Rock. He faced The Rock on multiple occasions, including a ladder match at SummerSlam for the IC title, as well as an I Quit match on Raw is War for the WWF Championship. The I Quit match was the last match of his feud with The Rock, as he began feuding with Kane after Chyna betrayed Triple H by joining the corporation. This ultimately would lead to a match between Triple H and Kane at WrestleMania 15, which Triple H lost. After that, we have the Corporation, which was from March of 1999 through December of 1999. After Kane defeated Triple H at WrestleMania 15, Triple H turned on DX and joined the Corporation. Triple H was becoming a top heel in the company at this time and feuded with guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mankind. Triple H ended up winning his first WWF Championship against Mankind, which he would drop to Mr. McMahon on September 16, 1999 of an episode of SmackDown. He would regain it back in a six-pack challenge at Unforgiven and would continue feuding with Mr. McMahon. It was during his feud with Mr. McMahon where Triple H would kayfabe marry Stephanie McMahon and form the McMahon-Helmsley faction. Next up, we have the Cerebral Assassin gimmick, which was from January 2000 through June of 2006. In 2000, Triple H would be given the name of the Cerebral Assassin by Jim Ross. Triple H would win the WWF Championship against The Big Show in January of that year and would begin feuding with Mick Foley, leading to a street fight at the Royal Rumble and a Hell in a Cell match at No Way Out. Triple H would remain a top heel for many years until he would be sidelined by a torn quad muscle that would keep him out of action for about 8 months. He would return in January 2002 as a babyface and would win the Royal Rumble and Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 18. The McMahon-Helmsley faction would also come to an end in 2002 when Stephanie McMahon faked a pregnancy and then Triple H found out it was fake. He dumped her on a Monday Night Raw. Triple H would later be moved to Raw, and his former DX partner Shawn Michaels would later come out of retirement in July of 2002. Triple H turned heel on him when he pedigreed Shawn Michaels and smashed his face into a car window. This would lead to an unsanctioned street fight at SummerSlam in which Triple H would lose but would attack Michaels afterwards. Raw was in need of a world title since the WWE Championship was made exclusive for SmackDown. Therefore, Triple H would be awarded with the World Heavyweight Championship on September 2, 2002. He would continue feuding with Shawn Michaels up until Armageddon, where Triple H regained the World Heavyweight Championship in a 3 stages of Hell match. In 2003, Triple H would form Evolution with Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista. He would also be a part of many more feuds with guys like Goldberg, Chris Benoit, and Batista over the World Heavyweight Championship. He would end his run under this gimmick when he feuded with John Cena from WrestleMania 22 up until Backlash, where he would be unsuccessful in regaining the WWE Championship. His second to last gimmick was The Game from June of 2006 through August of 2013. In June of 2006, Triple H and Shawn Michaels would reunite and reform DX, which would turn Triple H face. They would feud with Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon as well as the Spirit Squad. Their run as DX would last until January of 2007 when Triple H suffered a torn quad again like his injury in 2001. Triple H would be out of action until SummerSlam of that year, which he would defeat King Booker. Triple H would begin feuding with Randy Orton for the WWE Championship and would win and lose the title on the same night at No Mercy. Triple H would win Raw's Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out and go on to face John Cena and Randy Orton at WrestleMania 24 for the championship. Triple H would win the championship back at Backlash of that year and would hold on to the title until Survivor Series, where he lost it to Edge in a triple threat match with Vladimir Kozlov. He would regain the title in SmackDown's Elimination Chamber and would begin feuding with Randy Orton. This would lead to a match at WrestleMania 25 and then a 6-man tag match at Backlash, where if Triple H's team lost, Orton would become the WWE Champion. Triple H would lose that match and would continue feuding with Legacy throughout 2009. In August of 2009, Triple H and Shawn Michaels would reform DX once again and defeat Legacy at SummerSlam. They would even defeat Jericho at TLC for the Unified Tag Team Championships. DX would split once again in March of 2010, which would lead to Triple H beginning a feud with Sheamus. This feud would last until Extreme Rules, where Sheamus would defeat The Game. Triple H would take time off to recover from injuries. He made his return in February 2011, where he challenged The Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania 27, which would later become a no-holds-barred match, where Triple H would lose to The Undertaker. Triple H returned once again in July of 2011, where he announced that Vince McMahon was relieved of his full-time duties, as well as taking over as Chief Operating Officer. Triple H would feud with guys like CM Punk, The Awesome Truth, and Kevin Nash throughout the remainder of 2011, and would even face The Undertaker again at WrestleMania 28 in a Hell in a Cell match. Triple H then began feuding with Brock Lesnar, and he faced him at SummerSlam in 2012, where he lost. WrestleMania 29, he faced him again in a no-holds-barred match, and Triple H's career was on the line. Obviously, he won that match. Finally, at Extreme Rules in a steel cage match, he lost to Brock Lesnar. Finally, we have the last gimmick, which is The Authority from August of 2013 through present time. At SummerSlam in 2013, Triple H was a special guest referee in the WWE Championship match between John Cena and Daniel Bryan. After Daniel Bryan won the championship, Triple H would deliver a pedigree, allowing Randy Orton to cash in the Money in the Bank contract, turning them both heel and forming The Authority. Over the following months, The Authority would try to keep Daniel Bryan away from the main event and say that he's not what's best for business. Triple H would lose to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, where the winner would be added to the main event against Randy Orton and Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H and The Authority would keep feuding with guys like John Cena, the debuting Sting, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins over the next few years, and would help get newer talent over. Outside of the ring, he would become the mind behind NXT and became the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations. He has been searching for new talent that he believes could be the future of the WWE. And that is it for the video. That is the evolution of Triple H, who will be one of the GOATs once his career is over. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana, and I'll see you all later.